So today we have Endless Vale, which is probably one of my favorite maps so far in the game. I think I said in the last video that every vid after the Javelins one will be like shorter and kind of just to the point to like how you control mid and how you can like keep it and get in. And that's about it really. But in the Javelin vid I like went more in depth about what everything kind of means, why it's important, etc, etc. So in the event that anybody is like watching this one, they're confused about what I'm talking about, why it's important, or why you should do this and that instead of something else, then please watch the Javelin video. I'll leave a link in the description below. And without further ado, let's get to it. Oh, man, that was a horrible voice. Alright, let's go. So starting off with mid control, you need to know where players can spawn in, which are in these locations. You have back C here, and back there. You have back A here, sometimes over there. You got toilet down here. And then you have the corners of B. Portal and, at least I call this elbow. Portal and elbow. Sometimes they can spawn on B, but these three particular spawn points we're going to get into later, because they're kind of special. At least in comparison to that of Javelin. They're a little bit more in depth. Well, not really in depth. You'll see what I mean in a bit. So typically players will either spawn C or A, but depending on how your team's position, they can also spawn corner or elbow and or portal. Sometimes also B. Like I said though, it depends on how your team's position. Again, we'll get into that in a bit. So for holding mid, you kind of want to stay around these areas. You want to stay like obviously up here where, you know, where mid is, B. You want to kind of stay back here. Obviously you can push up a little bit, but just not too far in. These sides over here doesn't really matter too much, because if you control mid, you kind of control these spawn points as well, so they shouldn't spawn here. And again, we're getting into why they could later. And then on this side, about here. Since these are like, it's kind of like the main lanes of action. That's like the main where anything's going to happen at. In the event that the team happens to go over like back here, like, you know, they wrap around, rotate and stuff, then you guys can obviously push up here, and that's, you know, that's all fine and dandy. This is fine, because the teams won't ever spawn like in mid. So like if you guys having a fight or at corner or elbow, at corner or portal, then that's fine. It's not like Javelin where, you know, you can give a particular spawn point if you or you can give up mid if you fight somewhere else. If you fight back here, it's all fine. You don't really need to worry about where you push up or anything like that. Split spawning on this map, in my opinion, is way more significant than it is on Javelin, because Javelin you kind of have a couple of different mix-ups you can like actually go to and kind of wrap back to your team or whatnot. But on this map, you're kind of limited. Like if you're spawning back here and your other three teammates is over there, you can either go this way and kind of meet up with them, or you can attempt to go towards B and just do something like that. The problem here is that they can see your spawn. They know where you're spawning at, you know. So they can either just go down toilet and intercept you, or they can like stay here and intercept you just like that. It's just what you can do is very limited. Now, how you can do this is simply, like I said before, don't push up past this particular like segment. Just don't push up past like this. Don't push past that. Obviously having one or two guys push up, that's fine. Like I said before, one or two people pushing is fine, but having your entire team in spawn, you're kind of giving them mid now. Kind of. Same for the other side. Basically what I said, like, don't push past. Same thing. One or two people pushing up, that's fine, because it's like you can get the split spawns going in. Touched on a little bit. The spawn points by portal and elbow don't really matter too much, because if you control mid, they shouldn't really spawn back there like ever. So it's kind of like this. If your entire team's mid, like you guys should kind of sort of be, they can either spawn A, C, or toilet. if your team is, say you got like a guy in A, like maybe you guys just push over to A or whatever, and you have two guys still back here and stuff, then they'll spawn C. They might spawn by B, elbow. It's a possibility, but it's not likely. Now, if you have players at A, like about here, for example, and you have some players over at C, 100% guaranteed they're going to spawn either elbow or portal, maybe even on B. In terms of like how you can challenge like their spawns, are just like I said, back here. Same for other side. Toilet, you kind of like head glitch here and deal with people. And if they try to wrap around, you obviously have like that type of cover to deal with too. Now, when it comes to like trying to get to mid or try to get control of mid, rather, you have a nice variety you can do here. The most common thing is going like straight through mid, throw nades over, or throw nades wherever they may be at, and you know, bang, 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 you know, shoot people up and shit. I love that. Then you can kind of like just push in when you get down or two and just push in. Alternatively, you can go towards B, have a fight like this, or try to push in immediately just straight in there, whichever case. You also could just have like go 2 and 2, 1 and 3, whatever you do. You know, obviously it's team dependent. You can also go towards toilet and wrap in. This isn't exactly the safest thing, but if your team isn't, I mean, if your opposing team isn't expecting it, it can really mess with them. It can mess with them. Or you could just wrap spawns if you put the other spawn. Much like C spawn, this spawn is basically the same thing. You got the mid, throw nades over. You can go towards B, or you can go towards toilet. The only thing different here is that you have a head glitch here that you can use, but that's not really helping you get mid too much anyway. I say that, but just a head glitch over here too, but at least in my opinion, this one isn't as useful, in my opinion. Like, it's useful, but I just don't think it's as I don't think it covers you as much as the other side do. The other side does. I could be wrong, but I don't know. As for heavy, in case you're playing comp, as for heavy spawns mid. If you have mid control, you have heavy. Besides that, I think that's about it for this one. If I missed anything, or if anything you're unclear about, then feel free to leave in the comments below. Either way, if this vid helped out, leave a like, give some feedback, what's good in the vid, what's not good, etc., etc., and I'll catch y'all in the next. Late.